Hey guys, it's Captain Forrest here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over both these combatants to see who would win, more often than not, in an equal stats situation, Captain America versus Batman. Now if you guys are new to my channel, please leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for further content. Also, shoutouts to the Coffee Shop gang that make awesome content. Their links will be in the description. Also shoutouts to my boy Genius Flash, of course. This match is dedicated to him, so I'm making this in his honor, so much appreciate to him. Shoutouts to Genius, and of course shoutouts to HQ Squad. They've been a massive help in this video, would not have been possible without them. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start off with Batman and see what his batarangs bring to the table. So going over his utility belt, I'm gonna start off with some of the things that he carries in combat and basically standard equipment, such as his batarangs for slicing and disarming his foes, explosive batarangs or bombs, electric batarangs and a taser, flashbangs to blind his enemies. He carries tear gas and darts to put you to sleep. Batman also carries sticky net and sticky goo and smoke grenades to limit his enemy's field of vision, or to use to his advantage to sneak up or evade. In certain situations, Batman will utilize other sorts of exotic gear, such as magnetic, magnetic balls, against like characters who wear any type of metallic or any like metal gear. So he can pretty much use that against you, so you can like force you to stick to anything that's metallic, stick to walls, stick to floors, especially if enemies are made out of like metal or have any type of objects with them, which is pretty impressive. Batman also carries hook shots to get to places, or he can use his hook shots to incapacitate and tie up his foes. He also carries a bolas, also for takedowns and to restrain his foes. So he carries all these very useful and situational gear, but it's pretty much standard gear. He always has this with him. He always uses this in character as well, so he definitely uses this in the fight. So moving on onto like skill. So Batman is easily a master at all forms of martial arts. Batman has fought relative to the likes of Karate Kid, who has mastered every single martial arts up into the 31st century, which is very impressive. The way Batman fights and his approach to fights is quite similar to Black Panther's. Batman will analyze and look for micro expressions or any flaws or weaknesses on his opponent, which will allow him to target said weak spot and take his opponent down. Batman also knows how to perform pressure point strikes, and Batman himself has instinctive reaction and precognition, which he also ties into his skill, allowing him to stay steps ahead and also being able to take down his foes quick, swiftly and efficiently. So this is going to conclude Batman. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the Stars and Stripes himself, Captain America, and see what he brings to the table. So let's talk about Captain America's shield. Captain America's shield is made of a unique vibranium metal alloy, which is so durable that it can take serious punishments from attacks. The shield can no-sell slashes from Wolverine's adamantium claws, and the shield was completely unscathed, so adamantium like based attacks don't do anything to the shield. The shield is literally built different. Cap's shield was able to eat an attack from the Destroyer armor, which is absolutely insane. Destroyer armors can I think it can tussle around with like Celestials, and like these are like crazy high tier characters, and this shield is literally eating these types of potencies of attack. Shield is built different. Cap's shield has been able to effortlessly block Gambit's kinetic cards. As I previously mentioned, the shield can eat attacks from Thor's hammer and the Phoenix Force amped Optic Blast from Phoenix Force Cyclops, no difficulty. And the shield was able to protect Cap from a Phoenix Force area effect explosion. And Cap's shield has also demonstrated to block spiritual attacks such as Hellfire, and Hellfire in Marvel burns the soul and completely just incinerates it, which is very impressive. Cap's shield can also reflect attacks, such as reflecting Sonic Bird's attack and reflecting it back at her, and he's also demonstrated to reflect back Cyclops' Optic Blast right back at him. And Cap can also utilize the shield for defensive and offensive measures. such as blocking lasers or projectile bombardment with the shield to then chariot tackle through the pressure and then close the distance and then take his foes out with the shield. Cap's shield is very sharp, as Cap notes the shield has sharp edges that no other shield has. The shield is also sharp enough to cut through Ultron bots, which are made of adamantium. Cap has demonstrated to attack his foes with a shield bash. Cap can also swerve his shield around people when he throws it, and it's also been stated by the Super Adaptoid that Cap's accuracy with the shield is described to be very deadly, which makes sense because Cap has been able to show a lot of crazy accuracy feats with the shield, such as being able to like ping pong the shield off multiple opponents and being able to accurately catch it back with succession. And Cap has also stated that he makes up for even the most microscopic imperfections of the shield when throwing it or using it in combat. And Cap can use his feet to skillfully kick his shield to accurately bounce off the ceiling and walls, in which the shield accurately slices Cap's handcuffs off. And that's pretty much it for the shield. I'm going to talk about Cap's skill and adaptation. Cap is stated to be a master hand-to-hand fighter, and Cap himself has mastered all forms of martial arts. Cap has embarrassed Catch, who, as I mentioned, has mastered every fighting style, and Cap's very own skills have improved every time. And Cap has also been able to demonstrate that he can literally train against himself and fight. He always constantly fights against himself to improve himself and basically fight his previous weaker self. So he's kind of like an iPhone. He's always upgrading himself. He's always trying to be the best version of himself by updating himself, which is very impressive. And also during his fight with Black Panther also compliments Cap, as Panther states Cap easily adapts instinctively to every situation and every fighting style. And Panther smashes up some Doombots, which are stated to adapt to everything you do, and Cap has also broke out of scroll bonds, as I mentioned, which literally adapt to anything the person does. And another thing which is also impressive, in the current Avengers run, it's also noted that Cap's skill has also increased. So literally in skill, Cap is literally a monster. He's no joke. He definitely could fold someone and lay them on their ass. We've also seen Cap easily master forms of combat better than those who spend decades practicing with it first time when they're fighting. And Beast also notes that Cap can master any weapon in seconds, as Beast implied that Cap was better than Moon Knight, as Moon Knight himself has mastered every weapon known to man. And another impressive thing for Cap, more backing Beast has also complimented Cap on an occasion too, and Cap has also been able to defeat it's kind of like an obstacle course which was built to defeat Beast, and he passed it with flying colors, no difficulty. Cap is also able to use nerve strikes and pressure points of that nature. The Beyonder says there's no human like Captain America, and that he has honed every skill to the absolute human perfection. He says that even people that are physically superior and intellectually superior still defer to Captain America due to his indomitable will, which tends to prevail. A couple more notes. Thor has also stated that Cap's skill is godlike, and Hercules has also complimented Captain America's skill. So that's pretty much it for skill and adaptation. Moving on, Cap has precognition. He has his own form of sixth sense which alerts him to danger. And Cap also has instinctive reaction, being able to instinctively react and adapt to Black Panther when they scrapped. Cap also has super keen senses. Cap can hear the sound of arrows coming towards him. Cap's senses and awareness is so good that even after being distracted by two guards being in front of him, Cap was able to react easily to being shot at from behind and blitzed, and basically blitz them with the propane tank, then dispatch the rest easily. This just shows how crazy Cap is in situations, how he's always aware and he's always thinking and always moving on the go. And last but not least, Cap also has like no fatigue toxins thanks to the super soldier serum, which allows him to just keep going until he literally dies. Okay, so that's going to round up both combatants. I'm going to go ahead and move on to see who would win, more often than not, in an equal stats situation. So looking at both combatants in terms of skill, this is the huge question. I personally think that both combatants are relative in skill. I don't think any of them have a skill edge. You could argue for both sides having the skill edge, but based off what I've seen, they are very close, very neck and neck. So I don't think skill is going to be an issue. I think they'd definitely be able to scrap with each other and go blow for blow and back and forth. So I give skill to both combatants. Now, in terms of adaptation, this is where things get a little more interesting. I do have to lean a little bit more so with Captain America for adaptation. He's shown better adaptation feats compared to Batman, such as adapting to scroll bonds, which literally adapt to everything the prisoner does, which is absolutely insane. He's literally been able to adapt to Black Panther instinctively, to all of his martial arts, which is very impressive. So I think if it came down to skill and a mixture of adaptation, Cap would eventually, or even at the start of the fight even, depending on how the flow of the fight goes, he'd begin to instinctively adapt to Batman, and he'd just be able to read Batman and be able to just finesse, take him out, and dispatch of him via skill. Now, if it came down to like war of attrition, I do have to lean more so with Cap. He has no fatigue toxins, he can't even get drunk, so he can fight for as long as he wants. So the only way to take out Cap and incapacitate him is via beating him and weakening him physically, but he can't get tired via just like rigorous training and like just general stamina. He has far more stamina and he can last longer in a fight compared to Batman. Batman will tucker out, he will eventually get tired if the fight just came down to war of attrition. So if Batman starts to wear out and starts to lose the stamina game, Cap is just going to get in there and just take advantage. So in that department, I have to lean more so with Captain America. Now in terms of the shield and Batman's weaponry, the shield is one of Cap's biggest advantages. He can just neutralize all of Batman's gear. The batarangs won't do anything, the flashbangs won't do anything, the sticky tar is useless. Cap could literally just shield bash or reflect those batarangs away, or just play the whole defense game, play the turtle game and just charge right in with the shield to block all the offense. And in fact, he could make it difficult for Batman to resort to gear. If Cap starts to like chariot tackle with the shield and block some of the offense, he could literally just force Batman into a skill situation, so that could render the utility belt almost useless. And plus, since Cap does have adaptation and skill to help him in this fight as well, he could use the adaptation to get around Batman and actually just neutralize the utility belt if he wanted to. So more often than not, I just have to lean more so with Cap. The shield is a big advantage, the adaptation helps, stamina game, and I just think overall he's going to get in there and he's just going to dispatch of Batman with high difficulty. I think this fight is probably very close in equal stats. I don't think this fight's a stomp. You could argue either way, but in my interpretation, in my opinion, and from what I've seen objectively and combining all this together, my result and my choice, I have to lean more so with Cap. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. But yeah, it's been real. I'll see you guys in the next one.